fuck you first. You hate everything. And I'm like, you hate me too, right? Let's do this. Bet you can't hate me more than I do. So, I was in a bar, and this enormous, I'm drinking alone, and, well, there's people there, but I don't know them. And, all of a sudden, this enormous, like, Michael Clark Duncan Green Mile-sized black dude walks in the bar, right? Like, this biggest black guy I've ever seen in real life. And he walks in, and his friends are right next to me, but they're just for white people. And he looks around the bar, and the first words out of his mouth, he goes, "There's no black people here." So I go, this is true, well, there weren't. And my balls were like, did you just say that? Luckily, he looked at me and laughed. He was like, "You're little." But 5 minutes later, I go to the bathroom. He happens to be going to the bathroom at the same time. So I go in, I go to the urinal. He comes in behind me, but he doesn't go to the stall. He turns around and puts his foot up against the bottom of the door so nobody else can go to the bathroom, right? And I see that happen out of the corner of my eye. And I'm like, fuck. Because now I realize I'm going to have to fight for my life to get out of this bathroom. And I'm holding my penis, which does not feel like a weapon. And if it is, it's the worst kind because it shrinks when you're scared. So he looks at me and he goes, "Do me a favor," which is like the last thing you ever want to hear in a men's bathroom. It's not like a woman's room where it's like, "This stall's at a TP." In a men's room, it's always like, "Put this in your mouth." So I go, "What?" And he goes, "Hold this door, I'm going to do a bump." Now you're adorable, like a bump in your life is like, I hit my head and I got a bump. But a bump in a New York City bathroom means he's about to do cocaine off an apartment key, probably. Who knows, right? So I go, "Yeah, I'll hold the door for you, I owe you one for the racism." So I hold the door, and he goes to pull it out, and he's like, "Would you like a bump?" And I'm not going to tell you what I said, it's not important to the story. And then I go, he pulls it out, and it's brown. Yeah, that's not cocaine ever. That's heroin. Let me tell you something about heroin. Not a drug. You can pull out in a public bathroom and offer to a stranger like we're all having a good time and drinking. Cocaine wears off after 20 minutes. Heroin is a life choice that you have to make in the moment. He should at least have to get on one knee and propose heroin to me so I understand the gravity of the situation. And I can be like, "Oh my God, are you seriously doing this right now?" That's a bait and switch. First of all, there's a lot to think about before you try heroin for the first time. Like, do I want to go to work on Monday or ever talk to my family again? And that's a bait and switch. You don't offer a bump and pull out heroin. That's like, "Do you smoke?" And you're like, "Yeah," and I pull out a crack pipe. And I'm like, "Here you go." And you're like, "I don't want to rob a liquor store." So I never really had a finish to this joke, so I'll just tell you what really happened. He held the coke. This guy, remember, is terrifying looking, and now I know he does heroin, so I'm just like, Jesus Christ. So we're in this tiny bathroom, and I'm not going to be able to get around him. So he holds the heroin out to me on a key, and I take the key. I've never done heroin before, and I which is not a given. And I look at the wall, and there was like a gross, like a huge dick drawn on the wall. And I go, "I bet that dick's bigger than your dick." And he goes, "What?" And I went, "Oh, woo! Oh, I'm so heroin down." I Chevy chased it from Caddyshack.